My dear student, 8th grade, welcome back again. Today, in this lesson, we are going to answer worksheet that covering section 6, chapter 24, government economic objectives and policies. So I made two copies of worksheet actually, one with answers and the other without answers. Let's go directly to the questions, guys. Okay, let's go. So this worksheet will cover chapter 24, government economic objectives and policies. The first question is containing seven definitions. The first one, balance of payments, inflation's level of unemployment, gross domestic products, GDP, interest rate, tax, and disposable income. And the answer, the first one, balance of payment is mean the difference between the value of export and import of goods and services of a country over the year. The second definition is inflation. Inflation means the price increase of goods and services over the time. So it will make something called inflation. The third definition is level of unemployment. The level of unemployment is the proportion or percentage of the population that are capable of working but are unable to find a job. Okay. The fourth definition is gross domestic product or GDP. All the accountants and the employees that work in the financial sector know very well the definitions of GDP. The GDP is the value of all goods and services produced by a country in a year. Okay. Interest rate is the cost to a person, business, of borrowing money from a lender, such as a bank. So when you go to the bank and you ask, for example, a housing loan, it will arrange an interest rate over the amount of the money that it will provide to you from the bank. Okay. What is the meaning of tax? Tax is a charge or fee paid to the government. Why? It's a charge or fee paid to the government on income for goods and services. Why the government take the tax? Because she need to spend on for example, for the educational, for building schools, hospitals, for the people. So it need money. So you have to pay the tax for the government. It's just one reason to pay this tax. Okay. Disposable income means the amount of income left or individuals after tax have been paid. Okay, let's go to question number 2. What is the difference between direct and indirect tax? So we have two types of tax, direct and indirect. The direct tax is the tax charged on personal income or tax on a profit made by business, while the indirect tax is the tax charged on the price of goods and services which is added to the price of goods and services before they are bought. And later on, we are going to take a number of taxes or the taxes types, even it's indirect or direct. Okay, let's go to question number 3. Question number 3, what are the two types of direct tax? So we have, as we say, direct tax and indirect tax. The direct tax is split into two types. The first one, income tax and corporation tax. The income tax, okay, the income tax is about of your profit or of your earn from the business, while the corporation is taken from the business, from the companies, from the business. Okay, what are the type of indirect tax? The first one is value added tax, VAT, import tariffs, customs duty, sales tax, and excise duty. Question number 5, what are the effects of an increase and interest rate to a business? First one, reduced business activity leading to slow economic growth. High rate of return from saving will encourage individuals and financial institutions from other countries to invest their money with the banks in that country, and this strengthens the national currency and leads to exchange rate appreciation. This will make imports cheaper for sure. Okay, let's go to number 6 question. Read the activity below, then answer the questions below. Ali Hassan is thinking about buying a house. He met with the bank manager to apply for housing loan or mortgage. The bank manager explained how changes in the interest rate could affect how much he has to spend each month. He did this by analyzing the changes in the interest rates and their impact over the last few years on borrowed amount of 75,000 GD. Okay, so we have the year from 2014 till to 2019, and this is the interest rates over these years, and we have to calculate the monthly payment. How to calculate the monthly payment? It's very simple, guys. Just multiply this percentage by this amount of, multiply the percentage by, multiply by this amount of money, and you will have what you have monthly payment here. Okay, okay guys, it's very simple. It's very simple. Let's see the answer here. Let's see the answer here. So we have in 2014 712 GD, in 2015 680, 2016 581, 2017 487, 2018 412 GD, and finally 2019 375 GD. As we see, the interest rate decreased and also the monthly payment decreased. The question is, number 6, write the table above monthly payment, and we just write it here. This is the answer of the first question. Question number 6.2, do you think the changing interest rate are likely to be helpful to Ahmed? Do you think this decreased in the interest rate and this decreased of the monthly payment, do you think this are likely to be helpful to Ahmed? Yes, yes, yes. Why? Because decreasing interest rate of housing loan to Ahmed will surely help him to pay less amount of money from his yearly income, which leads him in good financial situation. So it's very helpful. It's very helpful, guys. Okay, let's go to the other question. 7. Question number 7. Answer the question below the following paragraph. The unemployment rate in country A has risen from 4.5% to 7.2% in the past year. The inflation is said to have gone up and the GDP is decreasing. The country of A is said to be in recession. Country A is a very small country and relies heavily on imports from other countries. Question number 7.1. What meant by recession? Recession means that the economy shrinks in size, which because of less investment in new and existing business, falling profits, economic activity reaches a minimum slump, unemployment rises. Question number 7.2. Identify two features of decreasing GDP. Unemployment rises, decrease economic growth. Question number 7.3. Identify and explain two types of taxes that retail business in country A may have to pay. I think two types, and maybe you can add other types, but in my opinion, A, value added tax, VAT. Why? Because the VAT affects retail business more than the other taxes. And B, sales tax. Why? Why sales tax? Because this will include luxury items and will cover large sectors and help government supporting other sectors like education and health. Number 7, identify and explain two effects that the economic recession may have on the manufacturing company in country A. Effect 1, I think manufacturing company falling profits. Why? The explanation, because of the falling demand of consumers. The effect 2, many employees will lose their jobs in the manufacturing sectors. Why? The explanation, because of the falling demand by consumers, which will decrease the manufacturing sector's profit. Question number 7.5, I think it is the last question. Explain two ways that the government of country A can help growth in the economy and recommend which way should be used. Justify your answer. Way 1, raise in GDP. Way 1, raise in GDP and encourage all business sectors by providing many government facilities like long-term loan with lower interest rates. The explanation, this will help business to decrease expenses, which will increase the profit. Way 2, decrease the number of taxes, VAT or sales tax. Explanation, why? This will encourage and increase consumers' demand, which will increase disposable income for all the business. My recommendation, I recommend creating an ideal business environment in the country to attract external investments, such as introducing a number of government facilities to the foreign investors, just like lower taxes, strong industrial and business infrastructure, etc. Guys, I hope you will find this useful, and you will find link below the video containing the question. It will contain the questions and the answers, so don't worry. Don't hesitate to ask any question about chapter 9, internal and external communication. No, it is not internal and external communication. I'm sorry. It's the government. It is chapter 24, government, objectives and policies. So don't hesitate to ask any question, guys. I hope to see you soon. Take care of yourself and your families, spending a very interesting time, and goodbye, guys.